Hey, hey, what up, everybody? It's your boy Puffinstein, aka Spank Dog, at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Click the notification bell so when I go live or when I upload a video, you'll know. And we're about to get it started. Let's get it started in here. You know, today I got everything set up. We're gonna be checking out the 6 most disturbing Wikipedia articles. Let's get right into it.
Devil's Footprints. According to a Wikipedia article I found, back in 1855 in East and South Devon, England, a weird incident took place that left witnesses pretty confused and disturbed. As the story goes, in February of that year, there was a very heavy snowstorm, and the next morning there were more than 30 reports from different locations in England of a seemingly endless single-file trail of hoof-like prints in the snow. Witnesses of the incident allegedly claimed the prints covered over 100 miles of terrain, which, according to Wikipedia, left a lot of people pretty puzzled as to what had caused them. Strangely, the article also mentions that the hoofprints appeared on rooftops, haystacks, and other obstacles that you normally wouldn't expect animals to climb on.
Happy Halloween, guys. This is the first time I'm seeing this, so I'm literally watching it with you guys.
As you can imagine, it didn't take long for people to start coming up with wild theories to explain the hoofprints, with many of them claiming they belonged to the devil. I guess because some of the people thought the prints looked like goat prints. Now, obviously there are much more rational theories to explain why these prints could have appeared overnight in so many locations at the same time, and the only reason the Wikipedia article is titled Devil's Footprints in the first place is only because that's the name of the urban legend. And you gotta consider that this theory was probably made up by a bunch of very bored townspeople back in the 1800s. The article actually mentions that there's very little evidence that the incident even happened in the first place, which in itself is pretty strange.
This one was
According
horrible.
to Wikipedia, there was some sort of article published back in 1950 where the authors asked anyone with information about the mysterious hoofprints to come forward. And even though the article was published almost 100 years after the alleged incident, Wikipedia says it led to a bunch of papers written by an Englishman back in the 1850s being discovered. Those papers included letters to friends where the man apparently mentioned the hoofprints multiple times. Interestingly, in one of the letters, the man admitted that he made up the story about the prints belonging to a bunch of kangaroos that had supposedly escaped from a rich guy's collection of wild animals to keep the people from thinking the prints actually belonged to the devil. Aside from the made-up superstition that the prints had been left by the devil, there are a couple of more illogical theories that surfaced in the months following the supposed incident.
All right.
According to a local guy named Major Carter, the prints hadn't been caused by any animal, but by a balloon that had
For a second, they had me thinking that it was absolutely nothing.
actually been released from a nearby dockyard with the shackles still attached to the ropes, which would explain why they appeared in single file. Still, skeptics have pointed out how incredibly unlikely it would be for a balloon to travel so far without being stopped by obstacles like trees or houses. Other sources who have researched the incident in depth have clarified that it would have been impossible for the tracks to span anything close to 100 miles, and that this part of the story was probably just made up or greatly exaggerated. According to Wikipedia, the other widely accepted theory for the hoofprints is that it could have just been badgers that, for whatever reason, decided to go hunting that evening, as this is the animal that would leave the most similar prints to the ones that people reported seeing. But even though there's a bunch of reasonable explanations, the fact remains that there isn't any conclusive evidence to prove where these hoofprints came from, and this is probably just one of those niche historical events that's going
Isn't this? Don't they have a movie called The Devil's Footprints? I know they have a movie called The Devil's Playground.
to remain a mystery forever.
That was a bad start.
Belmez Faces.
Bellman's Faces. I hope this is better than The Devil's Footprints because, you know, I didn't create that, so I don't gotta. That was horrible. That was a horrible first one, but it's a reaction video, so who am I to complain? All right, let's go on to Belmez Faces.
Belmez is a tiny little village and municipality with less than 3,000 inhabitants in Cordoba, Spain.
And like I said, this is more a Halloween feel type thing. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I went back just a couple of seconds. Let's go.
3,000 inhabitants in Cordoba, Spain. It's not really known for anything too extraordinary, except for this one occurrence documented on Wikipedia that talks about something pretty strange that happened there back in the 70s. According to the article, on August 23, 1971, a Belmez resident named Maria Camara claimed that a human face with a creepy expression had appeared out of nowhere on her concrete kitchen floor. As per Maria's own testimony, as soon as she saw the face, she was so disturbed, and knowing that she wasn't going to be able to unsee it, she called her husband Juan and their son Miguel, after which they destroyed the face with a pickaxe and laid down new concrete. As the story goes, after the new concrete was placed, a new face appeared on the floor just a few days later. The Wikipedia article mentions that at this point, Maria and her family reported the incident to the mayor of Belmez, who ordered the concrete to be carefully removed to be studied. Doing more research on the story, I found that after they removed the second slab of concrete, a bunch of seriously disturbing faces allegedly started appearing all over the house, and pretty soon Maria's house was being advertised to tourists from all over Spain as the House of the Faces.
More like
According to Wikipedia, less than 9 months later, hundreds of tourists from all over the country were traveling to Belmez to catch a glimpse of the faces. And apparently the buzz didn't stop there. For the next 3 decades, Maria and her family continued to allege that disturbing faces were appearing all over their house, sometimes in just a matter of seconds and right in front of their eyes. As you can probably guess, because of the amount of attention the house was getting, the authorities decided to carry out some investigations to determine whether Maria and her family were making it all up or whether something else was actually taking place at the house. This is where the story starts to get a little strange. Even though several tests were carried out to determine whether or not the faces had been painted on the concrete by hand, the results of a lot of the tests contradicted each other. And to this day, it's still unknown whether or not the faces were painted by Maria and her family. The case even drew the attention of a bunch of paranormal investigators, and a few of them claimed that while they were conducting experiments on the house, they supposedly started hearing voices when there was nobody else in the house, and they allegedly even saw new faces pop out of nowhere on the concrete while they were there. But as it often happens, the authorities accused the investigators of carrying out their experiments without the proper controls and documentation, which took pretty much all the credibility out of what they said they found at the house. To this day, nobody really knows where the faces came from.
Another dud. Is this guy gonna put one that was better than the first one? But come on, brother, that's 2 that you just practically admitted were fake.
The media is just as much to blame as Maria for publishing so many sensationalist pieces on the house, which made it incredibly difficult for the authorities to carry out the proper tests and get credible results. List of unexplained sounds.
This better be better than the first 2. Number 3. 3 strikes and you out. And I don't care that it's a reaction video. That's my reaction.
The content in the Wikipedia article named The List of Unexplained Sounds is just as strange as the title suggests. The article is pretty much a list of sounds that have been picked up in remote locations all over the world by the most state-of-the-art hydrophones known to man. For those that don't know, a hydrophone is just an underwater device that detects and records ocean sounds from all directions. As mentioned in the introduction of the article, the sound files had to be sped up to 16 times the original speed, and their frequency was also raised to make them audible.
Let me tell you something. Whether this one goes well or not, what's going on in the ocean right now is a Halloween theme, Yeah, I seen a video where something speeds by the submarine and it goes, it's like lightning fast, like, and it's definitely something that comes in front of the camera or the submarine glass window, and it just, and even a fish, I can't imagine cutting through water like that. I don't know what it could have been, but the underwater right now is definitely very mysterious. So
what's so interesting about these sounds is that nobody knows what's causing them, which is kind of disturbing considering they're all coming from remote locations like the bottom of the ocean and far beneath the Earth's surface. For example, one of the unidentified sounds is called upsweep, and it was picked up by the U.S. Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration using its Pacific Ocean Hydrophone Array. As the article mentions, the sound was first discovered when the Pacific Marine Environmental Laboratory began recording with their hydrophone array somewhere in the ocean between New Zealand and South America. If you listen to the sound, which I'll play here in a second, you'll realize why it's called upsweep, as it comes across as a series of sound waves that go from low to high frequency. The Wikipedia article mentions that the sound appears to come and go depending on the season of the year, with the volume reaching its peak in spring and autumn. This is what it sounds like. As of today, scientists have no idea what this
This
is or
one's
where the
better.
sound even comes from, though a few have suggested that upsweep might be caused by underwater volcanic activity. Interestingly, the volume of upsweep has been steadily declining since it was first recorded in 1991, another crazy thing scientists can't explain. This sound and some of the other sounds in the article themselves are honestly nothing out of the ordinary, but the fact that not even the top researchers in the field have a single clue as to what's causing them
This
is
is
a little
different.
disturbing when you really think about it.
Way, oh, perfect. Way better. Thank you, God, that he did better on part 3. I went to show spooky videos. I'm glad that I at least they're creepy. You know what I'm saying? The music, the sound, it fits the bill. You know what I'm saying? But man, like to debunk the first thing that quick is crazy.
The Cold War is.
It was like
The anguished man.
it was like he told us about the stories and almost instantly was like they were fake. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's why this the third one, the underwater one, was better. I think there's crazy things going on underwater right now.
There's a Wikipedia article out there titled The Anguished Man, which tells the story of a visually disturbing painting of the same name that's owned by a man from Cumbria, England named Sean Robinson. According to the article, Sean claims the painting fell into the ownership of his grandmother at some point in the distant past, and when she passed away, she allegedly gave it to him. However, as the Wikipedia article explains, the owner insists that this is no ordinary painting, as his grandmother supposedly told him that the artist had mixed his own blood with the paint to make the artwork before taking his life. The story is kind of vague, and I couldn't really find any more information on who the supposed artist was or when the anguished man was even painted.
Now that's creepy. That's scary, and it's sad at the same time. If he, they said you already heard. You know what I mean? But for it to be with his own blood, that fits the Halloween bill.
Which makes the whole thing pretty hard to believe. I did some more research and found other
You
sources
debunked
where
it
Sean
already?
claims his grandmother hid the painting in her attic for over 25 years. As the story goes, before giving it to Sean, she mentioned that she had supposedly experienced paranormal activity at her house, with the dark figure of a man suddenly appearing at random times of the night, accompanied by the sounds of screaming, moaning, and crying. The Wikipedia article also links to Sean's YouTube named The Anguished Man, in which he explains that after inheriting the painting, he and his family allegedly also started experiencing paranormal activity at their house, with the supposed dark figure appearing to them as well in the middle of the night. Sean claims that before inheriting the painting, he was a total skeptic. But after bringing it home, he allegedly started hearing crying noises that got louder and louder every night until eventually he could no longer deny the supposed paranormal activity taking place at his house. Over the years, the painting is caught.
Okay, we're getting a testimonial now. You know what I mean? That changes things a little bit. It depends on the validity of the person, the integrity of that man right there. If he's the kind of guy that don't, just be making stuff up, then
The attention of several so-called paranormal investigators. Sean's YouTube channel, where he documents the supposed evil activity, has since grown to 20,000 subscribers. In 2017, an independent filmmaker was even planning on making a movie on it and had bought the rights from Sean, but from what I could find, it was either never released or it just wasn't very popular. Overall, I see a lot of red flags that make it pretty clear that the story behind the anguished man is fake. For starters, the videos on Sean's YouTube channel where he uploads allegedly real footage of the paranormal activity at his house are all very clearly fabricated. Also, the story behind the painting itself is just so vague and far-fetched that I find it hard to believe it even has a grain of truth to it. I'm more inclined to agree with all the people who have accused Sean of making the artwork with regular paint himself and using the grandmother's story as a cop-out so he wouldn't have to provide more details about the alleged artist. Overall, The Anguished Man definitely makes for a good scary story, but I find no real reason to think that this is anything other than a creative hoax designed to get attention and maybe a couple of bucks out of a made-up
It don't even make for a good scary story.
story. Poe Toaster. On October 7th, 1849, Edgar Allan Poe died in Baltimore under pretty mysterious circumstances. According to a Wikipedia
All right,
article,
we're not
starting
doing this.
sometime
I'm
in the
not getting into a story about a gallon post. That all right? That's when we call it quits. Yo, the first one he debunked instantly. The second one he debunked instantly. The third one was cool because it's underwater and there's a lot of stuff going on underwater right now. And then the fourth one was just, it was horrible. He debunked that one instantly, The Anguished Man. And then he was about to hit me with Edgar Allan Poe's Toaster. And I was like, I don't think so. We're not doing this. There's more important things in the world than Edgar Allan Poe's Toaster. We gonna go to yeah, we're gonna go to the one that I was gonna show you guys originally. This is important stuff. You know, I definitely wasn't gonna sit around for Edgar Allan Poe's Toaster. Mm-mm. You know, there's serious things going on in this world. I'm not about to, even for Halloween. You know, I mean, that one looked good at first. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden, it just like it went from looking good to like him just, yeah. If you're gonna do the scary stories on Wikipedia, make sure they're scary or harder to debunk. He was debunking them instantly. All right, so but anyway, let's get it shaken. Hope everybody out there is doing good. You already know what it is. You know my style. Praying for everybody out there. I just put up the documentary, The Disappearance of Dorothy Jane Scott. It's vanished. You could find it on my channel. It's about 40 minutes long, and it tells the full story about the disappearance of Dorothy Jane Scott. All right, so history. All right, so we're gonna watch. This is gonna get political right now. You know, I watch the Young Turks a lot. You know. Oh, and the channel we were watching before is called Chilling Scares. So I am subscribed to them. They've come through before, but I don't know, that video was just like I said, if you promise some scary wiki stories, at least, you know, don't debunk them instantly. You know what I'm saying? So you want a reaction, that's a true reaction. So but anyway, let's all right, yeah, we're gonna share the screen right now. This is gonna get more serious, people. This is about the war in Israel. I'm gonna let them do a little bit of the talking because they're the experts. I'll comment, I'll react on what they, because I didn't watch the whole piece that we're about to watch. But I can't stand war. I'm about peace. I'm about peace. No war. You know? So anyway, let's get it going. You know, the people from the Young Turks, like I said, you know, with the way things are, when I watch Fox News and other news channels, I can't relate to the way they look at things, you know, and that's why too there ain't no need to curse or nothing like that. But you know, I definitely don't agree with a lot of the things people are saying. So the Young Turks, Abba and Preach, you know, they're different. You know, one talks about society and the other one is political. But you know, I could get where they're coming from. I get where the Young Turks are coming from. I get where Abba and Preach are coming from. I don't get where too many people are coming from. It seems like a lot of people are ignorant, cheap, and when I run into somebody that's really good hearted, it's almost like oh, I'm glad. I almost started thinking that there was too few of us, you know what I'm saying? So but let's watch what they gotta say about the war in Israel.
Netanyahu a bad guy, a quote, bad effing guy.
Yeah, this
Woodward quotes Biden
is about Biden cursing about Netanyahu. It says book alleges, so they're talking about books that are written, about to be released, or already released.
calling Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu a bad guy, a quote, bad effing guy.
Based, I agree. Now, I personally would not funnel military weaponry to someone who's a really bad guy, but Biden has continued to do that.
Yeah, like how are you heard the woman. I'm not really trying to echo exactly what she says, but I'll say I agree with her. Like you just said that the guy's no good, so but you keep giving him money for weapons.
Now those
when this whole thing took place in the Gaza Strip, and they said that Hamas invaded Israel, right off the bat, they said that they had taken people and did horrible things. So right off the bat, you just say right away, oh, that it's the people that did that are the ones that are wrong. And then I start watching the news, and I see friends on Facebook, and they're saying stuff about the place that had gotten attacked, and I'm like, something's going on that I don't understand. So that's why I started watching this. But if you do not like somebody and you think that their morals are wrong and they're gonna use what you give them in a negative way, a destructive way, then why would you give it to them?
revelations that you just heard from CNN come from Bob Woodward's latest book, War, which gives you an inside look into the Biden.
Bob Woodward wrote a book called War, and I'm not really familiar with Bob Woodward. Like I said, the politics thing kind of drew me in. I was never a person who grew up like caring about politics. I actually found it super boring. It wasn't until I got older and I started to really understand that it is everything that's going on with us. That's politics. So yeah, it definitely started to intrigue me.
Biden administration. And it turns out that Biden allegedly despises the very man that he is aiding and abetting in a broader regional war in the Middle East as we speak. Let's hear more about that.
Bring us into the scene when Biden boils over with anger against Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Right. So there are actually a lot of these scenes. So publicly, of course, we know President Biden has been a staunch ally of Israel, standing behind Israel. But you really see how after October 7th, as the war in Gaza escalated, intensified, Biden loses his temper. He says he's furious with Netanyahu, and he says to an aide, quote, that son of a, you can read it on there, Bibi Netanyahu, he's a bad guy. He's a bad effing guy. He doesn't give a about Hamas. He gives a blank only about himself. He's an effing liar. 18 out of 19 people who work for him are effing liars.
Okay, now Biden isn't even running for president anymore. So it's relevant because just because a man is ex-president, he's still super powerful. But she talks about it, and so does Sink. He says they start to say that since he's not in office, he's like, what does he got to lose now? So Biden's maybe like a little bit of a renegade, because he's not worried about losing the presidency no more.
So look, it's so frustrating how we all know that internally in the Biden White House, this is how Biden actually feels. It's not like this is the first time we've heard about Biden not being happy with Netanyahu. Then why do you keep enabling Netanyahu? Now, some might argue, well, Biden has no say over the way that Israel prosecutes the war in the Middle East. I totally disagree. We fund and provide 90% of their weaponry. Like, come on.
No,
anyway,
yeah, that's so.
It's
Look,
such a ridiculous argument.
There's two different components of this.
She said 90%. They would have one weapon opposed to 10 weapons if Biden didn't help. I don't understand how he's mad at the man that he's 10 timesing their arsenal.
Portion of the Woodward book. One is the relationship with Israel, and the other is Biden's.
I seen this part. She keeps cutting off Sync. He don't get mad, but you can see he's like just like double dutch. He's trying to jump in.
Potentially colossal errors. So I want to come back to that in a second. But on the issue of Israel, so this book does the same thing as far as I can tell, based on the excerpts, because the book hasn't come out.
He's gonna read a part where you'll see how some of these political minds, they don't value life or care about life like a person that's, like in the regular society, a person that might not have, ever took it there, where, like sometimes when you go off in the military, you got to do some things that you didn't want to do, didn't think you would do, or you knew you might have to, but just didn't know, you know what I mean? And what you see is that the guy that he talks about right now, he says, in order to stop Hamas, it don't matter if these people have to go, these people have to go, these people have to go, I will bring them down. That's I changed it around a little so it wasn't as vicious, but you're gonna hear him say it right now.
Come out yet? We only have seen the excerpts that the media is running,
and that's why she starts to go. It's so disgusting, when she interrupts him a couple of times, but she can't hide her disgust for the guy who doesn't value life at all.
Does the same thing that all mainstream media does. Like, oh my God, the Israelis, golly gee, they frustrate us, and Biden secretly disagrees with them, and so does Kamala Harris, and so does everyone else. And they never talk about the 800-pound gorilla in the room, right? So if you've ever been online, there's this great, ever been online, seen this thing online where they ask you to count the number of passes between these players in basketball, and you're concentrating so hard on that, and that you miss later on when you rewatch the video, there's a guy in a gorilla suit that walks by. And so this is Israel. Our funding to Israel is the guy walking across the screen with a gorilla outfit, right? We're giving them $26 billion, yet nobody talks about it. They're like, oh golly, gee, Biden's so frustrated. But there's nothing he could do. What do you mean there's nothing he could do? He could stop the funding. He could stop the weapons. But to people in Washington, that is unacceptable, sacrosanct, unthinkable. How could you not give Israel everything they have ever demanded? Who would be so insolent as to disagree with our occupiers?
See, like he's saying that they have some sort of I mean, this is not for everybody. Some people know way more about politics than me. I'm not a genius at politics, so I don't know the whole rundown. But I understand enough, where other people probably don't get some of the stuff I understand. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying that for some reason, like he said, how God forbid we say no to Israel or the leaders of Israel like Netanyahu, and for some reason he has some sort of special relationship with the US. I'll learn as I go along.
Oh, look, I get that argument, Cenk, but here's what I don't understand. Okay, Joe Biden's 81 years old. His political career is coming to an end. And I would like to believe that if I spent 50 years of my life kowtowing to people that I despise, right, just to play the game of politics, once I know, my career is wrapping up, I'm gonna go all out. And I'm gonna do what I want. What's gonna happen?
I know what's gonna happen.
Oh, he's not gonna get reelected?
No, you're missing it. So I hear you. That's what a decent person do. That's what a strong person would do.
See, they disagreed, and he's saying that you're talking about if they had morals. He said what they're gonna do is.
But here's what they walk in the room and tell you, which is, and this is not a conspiratorial day. This is just a normal political conversation in DC. They'll say, Mr. President, please, we've got a campaign to run. AIPAC's spending over $100 million in this election.
100 million.
And so we can't have you going out there and endangering the rest of the party for your own personal emotional release. We need this money for Democrats. Otherwise, the Republicans are going to win. You have to do.
Yeah, it gets to the points where like people feel like the Democrats are the ones that fight for freedom more and are more for the poverty stricken, the working class person, what he's saying is it's gotten to the point where there are no morals anywhere. If it's about money being pulled away, they're not gonna get that person angry, the person with the money. So really, it's like there is no good guy no more because everybody bows down to the almighty dollar. And that's literally what he said. Nobody has the courage to say no, because they'll lose the funding, they'll lose the money, they'll lose the everything, because money can make so many things happen that they really want that money. And this is even good people that are turning these are golden hearts, their hearts are turning black over money, and they don't even know that this is, you got to remember the deadly sins. You let the devil creep in, that's how the doorway opens. And greed, because of greed, you're saying, come on in, Mr. Devil, and it should never be about money. It should be about what's right, integrity, honor, truth. And this is really how I feel. I don't know how many guys feel like that in politics, but I see a lot of guys when I watch certain things, and you see a district attorney, a councilman, then I know they're not like me. Like the Kendrick Lamar song, They Ain't Like Us. And Kendrick Lamar was generous, because he said like us, meaning multiple. He's right. There are a lot of good people out there, a lot of smart people, but sometimes you run into ignorance and viciousness so much, you lose hope for a second. And then a guy like Kendrick Lamar come along and remind you, there's more of us. You know what I'm saying? And he's right. I'm not going to start listing rappers and actors and people that I think are on the right side of things, on the, but definitely, they're not like us. You know what I'm saying? Where I come from in Bedford-Stuyvesant, we look out for each other. Like I said, the youngins get into problems a lot more than the older people. But like I said in the Ghostface song, it talks about going next door to his neighbor to get, milk, because, apparently, of course, they don't got none. You get what I'm saying? But I've always felt like even though there might not be as much money in the neighborhoods I've lived in, there's a certain kind of caring and sharing and love that's missing from conservative neighborhoods, that's missing from rich neighborhoods, people that wouldn't want to give $1 to a homeless person. Why not? Let's get back to them.
Everything that AIPAC tells you to do. Please, Mr. President, this is so important. But besides which, Anna, they don't even bother having those conversations anymore. They used to have those conversations. Now, there's not a single person in the room.
If you're not making $158,000 per year, but you'd like to, I strongly encourage you to start a bookkeeping business.
make money
That's
off
right.
these
If you're willing
commercials,
to
right?
learn how to
You let
use a
the young
free
Turk
program called
commercial play for a
QuickBooks,
minute.
you can make six figures
So they
working
can get some,
part-time
they
from
get some
home
extra
or
bucks.
anywhere in the world. And here's the thing,
There's
QuickBooks is
there's
easy to
definitely
learn,
somebody I
and you
would
don't need a
donate to. I'm just
degree,
not
prior
doing too good
experience,
right
or
now.
to be a math expert to run a successful bookkeeping.
All right, that's enough of that.
That objects to anything that's Israel's doing. They all assume they must follow every command of AIPAC. And remember, AIPAC's not just it's definitely not for Jewish Americans. In fact, they've targeted Jewish Americans like Andy Levin in the past. And it's not even for all Israelis. It's now a right-wing pro-Netanyahu group. So the reason they went after Andy Levin and spent $4 million against him because he dared to say the Palestinians should also have a state. They're like, no, we're gonna take all the land. That's what Netanyahu said. Fire Andy Levin, right? So that's who.
He's hilarious when he does that. It's about land. It's not just about money. All right, but I don't understand. I watched the documentary, right, called "Kiss the Ground." It was on Netflix. It's a Netflix documentary. So it should still be on Netflix. It's called "Kiss the Ground." It's about tilling. It's about farming, and it's about how they're saying that they're so desperate to grow food that they're tilling too deep, and there's something called desertification, and they're saying that they're turning rich soil into desert, and they're saying that it's bad. So, but this is my thing. You see guys like not even guys, leaders like Netanyahu and any leader. You guys are fighting over land that the conservative, the conservationists are saying if we don't get our stuff together, they ain't gonna be 50, 60 years from now. So you guys are fighting over stuff that is gonna be worthless by the time your grandchildren are your age. How about we all come together and feed each other and help each other? Stop the fighting, stop the war, stop the war, stop the fighting. I know you can't get banned for that. Imagine if I got banned and it said that we heard you saying peace and we banned you. It's the type of world we live in, man. You know what I'm saying? I came on today saying I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. I'm not worried about if people think I did the right thing or I don't care. You know, I care to a certain degree. You know, I got so much love for mankind, which include women, for the ignorant dude out there that, oh, you only like men? No, I like women too. What I was gonna say, I like disabled children too. You know, I got a 14-year-old severely autistic son, for those who don't know. So for anybody to act like I'm not in tune with what's going on. So, but anyway, you know, I get into the politics. I want war to stop everywhere. You know, peace. Yeah, peace. I want peace. You know, I don't. These people say that in the poverty stricken neighborhoods that we're trash. You know, because we deal with weapons and stuff like that. Really, we dealing with weapons, or do you deal in weapons? All that manufactured weaponry and stuff like that don't, it's not made in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let my man Sink take over real quick.
The thugs at AIPAC are. So everyone in Washington is so scared of them. And remember, Anna, the reason you're not a politician is because you're a person who's strong and brave, etc. These politicians are cowards, sir.
Listen to that. When they say cops become cops, they sign up for a brotherhood. So it gets to the point where right or wrong don't matter at certain times. They won't go against the brotherhood. Now he's saying that with the politics is worse. He just told his partner, you know why you're not a politician? Because you got courage. You know, and I'm gonna be honest, when we were younger, when I was coming up, the gangs weren't the gangs had stopped right around the time, because I'm from the I was born in 76. So by the time I was out in the streets as a little kid, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, I was out there 79, 80, 81, 82. There weren't no gang sets, and gangs had pretty much left New York. You know what I'm saying? But they have that mentality. You know, it's the same thing. They talk crap about other people when they act the same way. You know what I'm saying? All I can say is that they're mad at the poverty-stricken neighborhoods over weapons and narcotics when we don't make the weapons and the narcotics. You know, go ahead, Sing.
Urbans.
Sorry.
They take orders from any donor that comes by. Joe Biden has been a pathetic weakling his whole life. He was known as the senator from MBNA. That was a credit card company. So now, here we go. On Israel, McGurk says, and he's a bad guy, always doing what Israel wants. Biden's a Middle East coordinator. He says, the Israelis always do this. They claim we got the intel, you'll see it. But like 50% of the time, the so-called intel doesn't actually show up. So even McGurk knows the Israelis are definitely lying whenever they say anything publicly or even privately to the US administration. Blinken thought that Yoav Gallant, who was supposed to be one of the moderates in the cabinet, the defense minister for Israel. Now, this is not Gallant saying it, this is Blinken saying it about Gallant. He says, it doesn't matter how many people die. I have a mission to eradicate Hamas, and it doesn't matter.
This is what I don't get who he's saying says it. Blinken or the other guy?
Saying it about Gallant. He says, it doesn't matter how many people die. I have a mission to eradicate Hamas, and it doesn't matter how many Palestinians die.
I think Blinken is the one saying it. And this is when the girl says, oh, it's so disgusting. And he's waiting for her to stop so he could talk.
Eradicate Hamas, and it doesn't matter how many Palestinians die. It doesn't matter how many Israelis die.
Ugh, it's so disgusting.
So that's what Blinken.
So disgusting. I can't.
Right, it is so.
That's what Blinken thinks Gallant thinks. But Blinken tells Biden, we must follow their orders. Please send him the $26 billion right away.
They don't
She cuts him off a couple of times now. Watch.
care about anyone's lives, okay? It doesn't matter what the identity is, man. I mean,
she's so scarred. She hates it so much.
Dad bods deserve better teas.
I found this brand called True.
Here you have it.
Okay,
all right.
At last, two things on Israel. Biden complained that Netanyahu was a liar, as Anna told you, and he said 18 out of 19 people who work for Netanyahu are liars. So he knows that Israel's lying every time. Then he comes out here like a dog publicly and goes, oh, we trust our beloved special ally Israel. How about Kamala Harris? She had a pleasant conversation with Netanyahu, of course, and then she came out, this was a while back, and said she would not be silent about Palestinian suffering. And the Washington Post and Bob Woodward and everybody writes this as this infuriated Netanyahu. And it's almost like it's a mark against Kamala Harris. You've angered the dear leader of the planet. How could you, Kamala Harris? But okay, now I want to move to the more important things about Biden bungling things. There should be giant national stories today. It's startling that reporters can read this and not think that they're huge. So, all right, number one, when talking to the Russians or about the Russians and the potential invasion of Ukraine, Biden accidentally said it could be just a minor incursion. That's really bad. That's like when our ambassador went to Saddam Hussein before the first Persian Gulf War, before he invaded Kuwait, and accidentally seemed to give, well, if it was an accident, but they say officially accidentally gave him a green light on attacking Kuwait, and then he attacked Kuwait. So when Biden said it would just be a minor incursion, it made it seem like it was no big deal and encouraged Russia to go in. And then they had to do damage control, etc. Why did he say that? That is not Biden's position, let alone the US government's position.
Listen.
Because guys, he's been in mental decline the whole time.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna stop sharing the Young Turks. All right. He's right about Biden. They left him in power while his health was declining. And he could have made bad calls due to his mental health. You know, not mental health like he, age, from age. He's senile. You know, I was seeing it. I was like, how could they let a man that's senile be our president? You know what I'm saying? Like they had to change that quick, and they pushed it too far. And what I was gonna say is I bring it to the politics because I don't want war. I don't want people hurting each other, especially not over money. These people that hold a ton of the wealth, they leave the people. Listen, man, it's not just the person that's homeless, it's the working class person. It's you, Mr. 9 to 5er. You know, it's the guy breaking his back riding the trains, the women riding the trains when the trains ain't even safe. This is a person getting ready for an hour, a person coming home for an hour of getting ready, 9 hours at the job, at the workplace. You know, they're being robbed of their life to make what, $15 an hour when rent is $3,000 a month. Like, come on, man. You know, you got to understand, like, I get on here, y'all see me do my thing with the collectibles. I love hip hop, sports. But if you really think that I'm not in touch with humanity and what's going on with mankind and the politics, and you're sadly mistaken. You know, you're gonna see as you watch this channel grow, you're gonna see me tackle things you never thought that you would see me tackle. You know, and I'm not I am an action speaks louder than words kind of person. So as far as what I was just talking about, I'll leave that for when you see it, you know. But yeah, man, these people out here running the countries and everything, the leaders, don't trust them. Our police, don't trust them. I'm not saying that they don't do good things at times. They save people lives. They're heroic at times. That don't mean you trust the whole group. The word cop, you trust every cop because he's a cop. You don't trust nobody because of a label. You interact with that person, you get a feel, you watch what he says, you look at how he moves, and you could tell if he's a piece of crap or not. Well, at least I can. I've had no choice. When you come up in a neighborhood where people don't got and they'll take yours, you gotta either take a stance or you're gonna or you're a coward and you stay getting beaten up and your stuff taken. You know what I'm saying? That was never me, you know. So, but anyway, we gotta start helping the little man. That's where it starts. You see all these. You see people that are middle class or lower middle class. You'll see a lower middle class man commit a crime, and you know why? It's because he's dying, man. You're breaking his back, and then he's watching his wife break her back too, so that you could pay that $3,000 rent. Like, that's absurd. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. We're gonna get into something lighter right now. I'm gonna bust open a couple of cards that I bought. Let's see what's inside the packages. I hope Nico Collins. We're going into sports now, just so anybody who knows, we're headed towards the sports area of things. Let's see what's in here. Let's see what is in here. No, gotta make sure to protect the addresses. All right, so let's see what I got in this package. This is for all my collectors out there, all my sports fans. You know what I'm saying? On a lighter note, because that really angers me. Like, if you see me watch politics, even like the whole thing where they're saying like, allegedly TD Jakes is one of the guys that's, slimy and being at the parties and taking money, and it's allegedly, so I won't go in on him. But come on, if you were supposed to be a preacher, the worst person to do some slimy stuff is a man of God. You know what I mean? Like, if you claiming to be a man of God and you steal and you're it's horrible. I'll just say, I'll use the word disgusting. This Remember too, I take pictures of some of these and I post them as shorts. So this might be up as a short with some music in the background. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. I have to get my man Nico Collins autographs before they go up. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, guys. If you are not copping Nico Collins autograph right now, you are messing up. I got this for like $12, you know, and he's been killing it since he came out the league. You know. So let's go to the second package. I'll show you it from the back because the dress is on the front. Let's get the package open. Get that out of here. Get the address out of here. And now we don't got to worry about addresses no more. But that's why I be trying to tell you, man, like, I'm not like these people. People are greedy, bro. I'm not greedy. I'm telling you. I got friends and family. Ask them if I'm greedy, bro. You know, if the politicians were like me, this world would not have a problem. You know, I say the Robin Hood stuff carefully because I don't want them saying, oh, you know, and if you interpret that, you're saying you got to take from the rich and give to the poor, and you know, you're talking about stealing, and that's why I'd be easy with it, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the concept of the people that got so much money that they don't need anything else, and they keep buying more for themselves. And then there's a little kid that's not eating, bro. You're not gonna feed the kid. You're gonna buy another Bentley. Then you're a piece of crap. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. I mess with real dudes. I try not to let it hang out. I be on this YouTube thing. I don't really be showing you like where I come from. Watch the videos, watch the music videos. My father was a gangster. He was legendary in Bedford-Stuyvesant, on Bedford-Stuyvesant. Legendary. Ask about Johnny Lopez on Ralph Avenue, 98 Ralph between Putnam and Jefferson. Legend. Ask about Monty Balls. You know what I'm saying? Me and my bro are the product of them two men and my mother, you know. Anyway, let's get back to the cars, man. Be a good person, man. When you're a good person, you don't got nothing to worry about, man. So when you do sucker stuff, they coming for you. You know what I'm saying? So when you do rotten, underhanded stuff is when, you know, it's going to go bad for you. All right, so look, I told you, Nico Collins, right? Check out the Nico Collins. That's his refractor. That's his rookie. I had to come out my pocket a little bit for this one, too. This one cost me like $15, like $12, something like that. But it's good, though, because I don't want the plain one. If the plain one goes up to 60, this one's going to be like 200 if he blows up. And he's rocking it, you know. I got it set up where I could share the stats, but we're not going to get all into that. So far, we got 2 Nico Collins. We got 1 autograph, and we got 1 refractor rookie. So let's see. Make sure the address is the other way. See what we get out of here. So what I was telling you too, man, if you go on eBay and you know about sports, you know, and you know about, you know, you've collected in the past and you know about rookies and autographs and stuff like that, yeah, you could eat with cards. Because what happens is all you got to do is watch the college kids and the kids that are how you call it, they're slated to be drafted. You watch them, you'll see, you know, even a person that doesn't have the eye, because I got the eye for sports. I've been playing basketball for 30 years. So, you know, even though I never got to play professional or Division One, I know a lot about sports and I could play some ball. So I see when guys like Iverson come out and they're like, you know, like some shit, some stuff you never seen before. You know what I'm saying? So, but look, we still all on Nico Collins. You know, it was another refractor. Got to be somebody else in here. You know what it is? I was buying mostly Shohei Ohtani's and Nico Collins. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani and Nico Collins. That's what you're gonna see pretty much out of these. It's hard to. There we go. I got it. All right, yeah, there goes a different one. It's your boy. I gotta check out on the Yankees too, man. If anybody knows, man, tell me if the Yankees won the second game. I'm gonna peel this off. This is a nice little Shohei Ohtani. This is second year refractor. It's a retro from the '84 year. This Darryl Strawberry's rookie year. Let me take this last little piece of tape off. Yeah. This Darryl Strawberry's rookie year, but they made a retro set. So that's Shohei Ohtani. And it's his second year refractor. You know? Yeah, these are gonna go through the roof. All right, so let me keep going. Oh man, I'm messing up. I'm supposed to be putting them back in their packages. Hold on 1 second, people. I messed up real quick. We're gonna keep going. It's all good. It is what it is. All right, another Shohei. Okay. All right, let me put them back in the right spot though now, because that's the mistake I was making. Because we gotta leave feedback, and I'm over here having such a good time showing you guys the cards that I'm not keeping the thing for the feedback. It's all good though. I'm having a good time. These are the only ones that I'm not really sure about. It's all good. My wife gets busy with me too, so she'll help me recover. Yeah, that's crazy. I messed up. Forgot to put them back in their thing. All right. Number 2, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, y'all got some packages coming to you. 2 lucky winners out of the 1,000 are gonna get the Kevin Durant PSA 9 mint rookies. And for people that were with me from the beginning, that I know by name, that I know they were hanging with me and chilling, and I'm gonna send them free packages. I'm gonna light it up for the people that hold me down. Frankie Blanco, Barber, Chola. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send them some stuff. You know what I mean? Man, I told you I was sticking with Shohei Ohtani and Nico Collins. Boom. There goes the other Shohei. Look at. I'm gonna show you right now in a second everything that came out the packages, because right now, see, like I'm messing up. I gotta keep them together with the envelopes, because then I don't know who to send the feedback to. Then if somebody stiffs you on a package, you're like, oh, I don't even know who it was. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me open this. All right, let me keep the envelope from now on. Turn it upside down. Let's see what's in here. I think it's a Nico Collins autograph. Oh no, it's a Shohei Ohtani again. It's crazy because you guys, I keep showing you the same Shohei, but you'll see why after I'm done. Telling you guys, this is a nice card. If you collect Shohei Ohtani, you could go on and grab this for $7, $8, and it's his second year refractor. They're gonna go up. I'm telling you guys, the cards that are. You see my YouTube, go look at the shorts. Those are cards of people that I bought before they went up, or they on the verge of going up. You know. Let me put this back in. Yeah, you know, like I've been gearing you guys towards the right things for a while. You know, when I open this, if you look at the old COMC videos, you see that I blow it up. I show everybody how you can make money with the cards. All you got to do is study the player. Look, another Nico Collins refractor. You know, because let me tell you something. If you're a baseball fan or you're a football fan, you know what's going on with Nico Collins and Shohei Ohtani. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. Yeah, no. What's in this? I hope it's a refractor. I mean, I hope it's a autograph. Up, another Shohei. Yep, another Shohei. How many of these I pulled out? I pulled out like 5 of these right in front of y'all just now. You know? Oh, come on, be a Nico Collins autograph. Be a Nico Collins autograph. I know. No more Shoheis. Oh, another one. It's okay. The more the merrier. Watch when I show you everything. I'm gonna show you everything. Because as long as I keep, yep, that's it. Well, the Nico Collins autographs came already. So watch, I'm gonna show you. Don't worry about the envelopes. Ugh. These are all the packages right here. So I'm gonna put everything together right now. We're gonna see what we got. We're gonna see what we get. God bless everybody out there, man. You messing with a real dude, man. You know, I bite my tongue a little bit. I'm telling you, I try to keep it classy. You know what I'm saying? It's like a guy who goes to a public place, and you don't got to be letting it all hang out if you in public with another person. That's how I be on YouTube. But do a little digging on the channel. You'll get a little more. See, look, this is what I was trying to tell y'all. I don't play. I don't care that I got 7. What is that? 6 of them. It don't matter. You want that many. You want that many. Oh, you want that many. I'll show you everything that I got right now. Boop, 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 boop. Let me see, make sure there ain't no. Oh, yay. I got my cash app. I got my cash app. I got my cash app. Now you could donate. Now you could donate. They're like, I ain't donating nothing to you. You got a necklace on. You opening cards. Yeah, look, I'm going to show y'all. See, that's 1 Shohei. Boom. 2 Shoheis. Boom. 3 Shoheis. Boom. 4 Shoheis. Boom. 5 Shoheis. Boom. 6 Shoheis. Boom. Nico Collins refractor rookie. Boom. Nico Collins refractor room. Put that separate. Another Shohei Ohtani. Boom. Another Nico Collins. Boom. And I only got 1 autograph. I only got 1 autograph. But it's all right though. You know why? Because I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what came in the mail already. That's why. Because I bought the Nico Collins autographs. They already had came. Oh, here they go right here. Oh, so yeah, look. Oh, this is the Kevin Durant. You're gonna help me get to 1,000 subscribers. All you have to do is subscribe. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is subscribe. 1 subscription. You don't even gotta like a video or comment. All you gotta do is subscribe and you're entered. And I'm gonna do it fair. I'm gonna do it randomly. So even though I got friends on this, when I hit my first 1,000 subscribers, I'm not gonna send the Kevin Durant to my friend at random. I'm gonna pick 2 people and I'm gonna send it to 2 random people out of the 1,000 people. Because I'm already gonna send my friend packages that I promised them separately. That's guaranteed. So, but the 2 Kevin Durant's are going to 2 random subscribers. All right. So if you want this, this is the type of stuff that's 40 now, $40 now, and in a couple of years it could be $200 easy, 300, 400, you know, or it could still be the same price. You know, here's another one of the Nico. Here's some more of the Nico Collins. This is the other Kevin Durant that I got waiting for you guys to help me get to 1,000 subscribers already. How long before you let me send out the 2 Kevin Durant rookies so somebody could be very happy? Help me get to 1,000. No, help me get to 1,000. Yeah, let's get these bad boys out there already. 2 lucky winners, you know. And then I'm gonna show you some of the other Nico Collins autographs that I got recently. See, because I got these 2. You know, that's the next level one. I like this one. I like this one better. You know, that one I like a lot. He's leading the league in receiving yards, people. He's leading the league in receiving yards, people. You need to grab his autographs and his rookies. He's leading the league in receiving yards. I just bought his rookie autograph for $12, but that's because I got to it early. They're going up quick. Try to buy a Nico Collins autograph for $20 right now. I bought it for 12. Try to get one for 20, 25, 30. It's crazy because when you start talking about bread and sports, it's like gambling. They came in, they started coming in like hotcakes. You know, I'll show you some of the other stuff that came recently. Yeah, but look, I'm gonna show you something with the Shohei Ohtani's, right? They would probably be like, why would he do that? Yo, Shohei Ohtani went 50-50 club, bro. 50 steals, 50 home runs. See, y'all got me on my sports stuff now. This is what, yo, this is the part of the year where I go sports nuts. The World Series is on. The football season's being played. And basketball preseason games are already being played, bro. It's lit. Sports is lit right now. You know, but yeah, like I said, for the people that wonder why I do it, is because let me tell you something. Come on. The way this guy is doing it, 54 home runs, 50 something stolen bases, 15 wins as a pitcher. He had 200 strikeouts before, and he might have it again. It's insane. It's insane. So this is his 2nd year refractor, and I'm getting them at a price I know you won't be able to get them for soon. Why would I not? You know what I'm saying? You know, unless there's an alien war or something like that, I'm good. You know. So yeah, look, that's the Nico Collins, the three autographs. I mean, the 3 refractor rookies. These are expensive altogether. You know, like they're only like $15 a pop, like that, like $12 a pop, $10 a pop. But that's when I bought them. I think they're more now. These are like $25 each right now. Everything that I got here went up. Everything here. You know what's crazy? I bought these, right? This was like about 5 years ago. I bought 50 of these for like $100 less, like $70. I ended up paying $1.50 each for each Kevin Durant. Now these aren't them. I bought these graded, but the ones that I bought 50 of, the minute that I got them from the dealer, I taped them up and I put them away, and I have the 50 just sitting right there. And I definitely know some of them grade 9 or 10. You know, there's definitely some 8s in there too, probably. But by the time I'm done grading all the Kevin Durant's, I paid like $70. No, it was actually 25 of them. So I paid like $40 for 25 of them. That's what it was. And now they're like about, if they're raw, they're like $10 each, $15 each. But if they're graded, they go up significantly. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, let me see something real quick. Show you guys something real quick. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm coming right back. Looking for the box. Oh man, I can't find it. Well, but I'll show you these. These are badass too. Look at that. That's a PSA 9 Jaylen Brown refractor. You know, when he won the championships and he outshined Jason Tatum, I said I got to get me some Jaylen Browns before they go up in price. So I bought this one, and then on the back, there's a Rookie Kings. I'm gonna take them apart real quick for you guys. Let me see. Yeah, there it goes. Why you gotta give me a hard time now? There we go. All right, yeah. So, you know, Jason Tatum, I definitely thought he was going to outshine Jaylen Brown in the playoffs because he puts up way higher numbers than him regular season. In regular season, Jason Tatum is 10th in the world. Jason Tatum efficiency, scoring, everything. He, you know, rebounds, assists, efficiency-wise, he's the 10th best player on the planet. Jaylen Brown was 42nd. So when they went into the playoffs, I thought for sure Jason Tatum was gonna do better. But you know how that goes, man. So when I had a way bigger collection of Tatums than Jaylen Browns, but I know the pricing and I know Jaylen Brown hadn't went up yet. So I ran and I grabbed it. Is this a PSA 10 or a PS? Yeah, it's a PSA 10. PSA 10. Rookie Kings Holo, Jaylen Brown, Gem Mint 10. And I grabbed this for a price you guys would not believe. I made money off of that already. And then there's this one. Now, I made a little money with this one, but not as much as I made with the Jaylen Brown. With the other one, with the PSA 10, I crushed it with that, you know? And I just bought some Shohei Ohtani's too. I will show them to you too. But I've been on here. This is getting close to the record for how long I've been on this. You know what I'm saying? I started off with the Halloween theme, and the scary stories I picked, they were stinkers. And then I went into politics. I started talking about how Biden and Netanyahu got static right now. And I started getting all political. I don't know if you guys care about that stuff. I do. And then, you know, and then I just started talking about how, don't forget, when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm sending out the 2 Kevin Durant's. I don't know where I put them now. I'm sending out the 2 Kevin Durant's to 2 random winners on some G stuff. It's going to be randomized. I'm going to pick 2 people because I got friends. Out of the subscribers that I got, some of them I'm real tight with. I'm not sending them out the Kevin Durant's to them to, you know, I'm not going to cheat. I don't cheat. So I'm going to randomize the 2 Kevin Durant's. And then for the people that have been with me since the beginning, I got something special for them. You know, that's not a prize, not a 1 out of 20, 1 out of 1,000 people. It's just a gift to them for being there from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I'm tired, bro. These lives, they take a lot out of you, man. And then nothing scripted too. So people sometimes they're like, man, he thinks a lot and takes time to say something. Yo, you gotta think before you talk. Why you think you watch these people and they say all this ignorant stuff? People gotta take stuff back. They gotta go back and retract stuff or say sorry. I don't really got to deal with none of that. I meant what I said. And it's because I thought before I spoke. You know, for you people that are like, oh, you know, why you take so long to say what you're gonna say? Because I'm thinking about what I'm gonna say, and I don't just blurt out anything that pops into my head. You know what I'm saying? You got to think things through. You know, it's your boy Spank Dog, man. You already know what it is, man. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep coming to y'all with music videos. If you ain't check out Glory Road, go check out Glory Road. That is Bushwick, the epitome of Bushwick. And I ain't even really head towards the dark side of things. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it ain't because I can't be over there, but it's just because it ain't that deep for me. We recorded where we recorded. The Bushwick Collective got all the graffiti. We got the piece about Biggie. They just put the piece for Trigoy from De La Soul that passed away. You know, they got art everywhere. The big pun piece. They got, you know, it's where I live I'm in Ridgewood right now, but Ridgewood and Bushwick are really close. You know, if I walk like 10 blocks, I could be in like a city of graffiti. And there's so much beautiful artwork. Big shout out to anybody that contributed to the Bushwick Collective, man. God bless you guys. You know, it's your boy Spank Dog, man. You already know what it is. I'm out of here. God bless you and your families, man. You see a person out there homeless and they ask you for $1, give it to them. You know, if you got it like that and you believe that that's something good, and that's my opinion, and I'm not telling you what to do, and YouTube, don't get mad. Okay. Now that I said that, good night, people.